1. Hey, welcome to accident class. Today, we're learning about World War I.
What really sparked World War I is the killing of Austria-Hungary's Archduke Ferdinand and his wife on June 29th, 1914. They were killed by a Serb serf named Gavrilo Princip. To start off this accident class video, we're going to be talking about the 4 main causes of World War I.
You may be wondering why I emphasized main right there. And that's because that's how you memorize the 4 main causes of World War I. M standing for militarization, A for alliance system, I for imperialism, and N for nationalism!
Militarism is the competition of militaries in the late 19th century, which included naval race between mostly Britain and Germany. Germany really wanted to expand their navy because they knew Britain was much stronger than them in that department. And as we know, Germany wanted to overtake Europe, or most of it, so that was going to be a key concept. And this gun right here caused the mass destruction of people's lives like never seen before in wars. Now we're talking about the alliances. The 2 main alliances in World War I are the Triple Alliance in 1881 and the Triple Entente in 1907. The Triple Alliance was between Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy, and the Triple Entente was between France, Britain, and Russia. There are also other alliances that have to do with World War I, include Russia, Serbia, and then Britain, France, and Belgium. Some countries joined a little late, like Japan, US, and the Ottomans, and some switched, like Italy.
1.
Now on to imperialism. Imperialism is the competing over new land, and some of these would include the Russo-Japanese War in 1905. The Russians and the Japanese fought over Korea and northern China. And then moving on into Africa, where Great Britain, Germany, and France fought over different countries for resources. And then now, finally, what sparked World War I, Germany and Europe. Now on to nationalism. Nationalism is just a very intense form of patriotism. There are 2 major types before World War I, and that would be ideals of national superiority and the right of self-determination. One right of self-determination, the Arab from the Ottomans, and then also the Balkans from Austria-Hungary and also the Ottomans. And then the ideals of national superiority they're funded by political rhetoric and they're propagated by mass media.
World War I took the lives of more than 9 million soldiers. 21 more were wounded. Civilian casualties numbered close to 10 million. The 2 nations most affected were Germany and France, each of which sent some 80% of their male population between ages 15 and 49 into battle. Soldiers individually dug ditches to hide from enemy fire. Soldiers had to charge out of trenches and across no man's land into a hail of bullets and shrapnel and poison gas. They were easily targets and casualties were enormously high. By the end of 1914, after just 5 months of fighting, the number of dead and wounded exceeded 4 million men. The trench system on the Western Front were roughly 475 miles long. Trenches offered some protection. They were still incredibly dangerous though, as soldiers easily became trapped or killed because of direct hits from artillery fire.
One last key concept would be the fortifications of the major countries.
Because they were constantly under fire. So let's talk about the effects of World War I. The First World War destroyed many empires, created numerous new nation states, encouraged independence movements in European colonies, forced the United States to become a world power, and led directly to the Soviet communism and the rise of who? Hitler! So an effect of World War I was literally World War II. Because if our soldier would have killed Hitler, we wouldn't have even had any problems.
You are totally incorrect. You are totally incorrect. And I will not debate you because you don't have my expertise. You don't have my credentials. You don't have my experience. You don't have my background.
So what's in this box? Dear Accident Class, what is the Treaty of Versailles? Well, sir, the Treaty of Versailles is one of the most controversial armistice treaties in history. The treaty's so-called war guilt clause forced Germany and other Central Powers to take all the blame for World War I. This meant a loss of territories, reduction in military forces, and reparation payments to the Allied powers. The winner of the World War I was the Allied powers. And who were the Allied powers? What country consisted of the Allied powers? France, the United Kingdom, Russia, Italy, Japan, and
United States.
The United States.
Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here, or should I say, I am.
Shabba dabba dee boop. Shabba dabba gooba like a meeble.
The four main causes would be
Labo labo.
military.
Labo dabba glabba glabba labo.
Now on to nationalism. Nationalism is just a very intense patriotism. There are two major
Laba laba dooba. Canoe say. Metamorphosis, amorphous, amorphous, Yamma dabba doo. Yamma mama. Lama gamma goo. And I'm a beat bop. Yabba da babba da when the beat drop. Yabba dabba.